Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Congratulations. The movie is amazing.
Oh,
the
thank you.
passion is real.
That's so good to hear.
It's amazing. And first of all, I'd like to know, I know you shot in South Africa, the movie, but what is South Africa and what is technology in this movie?
Well, South Africa is everywhere because there's not a shot that is not in South Africa. There's nothing on green screen, it's all done there. But of course, the lions we needed to create, and if not, we wouldn't have a cast to promote the film. It's easy, as simple as that. That they would be eaten by a lion. But it was a great challenge, but a fantastic adventure to do this in Africa. And it was challenging because we were doing these long shots and complicated, takes, which I wanted the film to create this more claustrophobic environment and feeling.
But I heard that you had a lion in the studio with your son. Is that real?
Yeah. No, yeah, I was in the studio, but I was also out in the fields, so we had a lion for references, which I think no one has done yet. It's the first time that that you have that kind of an animal just for references. So we wanted to shoot. If we would shoot a certain location, I want to see the lion in that location, how the lights hits him, how he connects with the ground, and all that. And I'm such a wonderful dad that I brought my son, who is an actor and a DP, to do this work. He was very happy, and he brought home a child, by the way, So he impregnated his girlfriend in the Kalahari desert, and brought me a grandchild. So that was the payback.
It's amazing. It's a movie making family.
Yeah, it's all about that, isn't it? Yeah. No, but there was no one else who would do it. So you ask your son, right?
Yeah, sure. I always do that. Always. Not with a lion, but it's okay. And I talked to you back in 2015 about the Everest and how you can compare the technology, the CGI, to make this movie now and back 7 years ago.
I mean, the CGI has definitely moved on, but it was a very different CGI. We were doing a mountain mostly, and in this case, we are doing live animals, which is way more complicated in the end of the day. And I don't think 7 years back it would have been as good. And it was a great challenge for me because I've never done this, not on this scale. I've done smaller animals and smaller things, but I've never done interacting and all that. And that was one of the reasons why I was so excited about making the movie, because any challenge and learning process that I can get out of live and my career is what I welcome.
It is amazing too, because all the time that I was watching the movie, I felt like I was in front of this lion. What was the trick to do that?
That was those long takes and putting you in the perspective of the characters. So you never see the lion without being connected to the characters. So the lion comes at you, and we move with the characters. So you never know what's coming around, and you're stuck in their POV. And I think that creates a different feeling, and a different feeling than you've seen in a lot of other movies. And I think that's what I was getting after. Somebody just mentioned Shining, and I think that's probably subconsciously what I got because remember going around these corridors and you're stuck in the shot, and that's not unsimilar, but I didn't know that until somebody brought it up here.
Yes, not going to the safari anymore. Never in my life after this movie.
Well, you don't have to. You've been there now.
Yeah, exactly. And did you get any references from other movies to make this film?
Well, after I decided to approach the movie this way and the long takes, I looked at a couple of movies that do that, and I was Children of Man, from Alfonso Cuarón. I did have a look at Birdman. I did have a look at also Inarritu and the same with The Revenant. And The Revenant was also a reference in the way they did the beer. When I presented it to the studio, I said, this is the kind of realism I want to go for, So just and brutalism, like I really want to see him the consequences of the attack, so I looked at those, but my biggest actually reference is a Russian movie called Come and See, which is a visceral journey of a young boy in the Second World War in Russia, and it's amazing. You can smell and taste and feel everything. It's so in your face, you know. So I think that's where the kind of the energy I want to just drag you through the safari, you know, of South Africa.
Yeah, it's amazing. And you did that. I hug and I fight with these lions.
Yeah. So now
Thank you so much. Thank you.
great talking to you.
Thank you.
See you
Bye.
soon. Bye bye.